You should understand, Tom Crater, black newspaper, he can't write controversial stories or his advertisers will leave him. So that's stumps speech, and it eliminates the First Amendment of free speech. Okay, but it's a fact that it's hard out there for a black man. And it's not that you don't have a history of screwing over veterans, Mr. Bloomberg. What? I'm not attacking you because of anything other than what everybody else said about you. You got that? You see that? Bloomberg leaves New York City, 400,000 veterans out in the cold. You gonna leave me out in the cold, Mayor Bloomberg? Are you? This is evidence that Airborne Ranger Cook. That's where I got my, I ran away from home and ran into the Army. 1st Battalion, 75th Infantry, Fort Stewart, Georgia, like I told you. This is the color picture of me jumping. Airborne Ranger Dries. 1975, 1976. And you trying to kill me and cover it up like this guy! I will not be a victim, okay? I'm just a French person. Please, please, I'm begging you, please, please, give me a reprieve, Mayor Bloomberg. To get back to the matter on Martin Luther King's birthday, I wrote to them and said, the political lynching of Philip Edward Dries, remembered on this great day, and you still have an opportunity to cease and desist with the crimes. There shall be no profit in this for NYCHA, and the court of public opinion watching the 10-minute excerpt of the 28-minute DVD logged in with the notice of claim with the book to the district attorney shall air nationally on YouTube. And there's a whole lot more. Call Congressman Meeks, 718-725-6000. Had complained about her stealing money from Ms. Green, and they began to persecute me and been trying to put me out. And I guess they fired Cynthia Cruz from the Inspector General's office, and they fired Mitchell, and they moved Isaac Perry out of here, all from the complaints of everything that's been doing, and Zia Mitchell has been the one that's been doing all kinds of crazy things and doing elder abuse. This is the falling paint chips. We're talking about total lack of services, and from the view of this apartment, there is no way Ms. Green went and spent, and her daughter even said on tape, she's had this furniture here since she's been here. So the $20-some thousand that's missing with Mitchell now, right, now.
But I have the paper stating whose name is on it, Hosea Mitchell or whatever her name is.
Hosea Mitchell.
Yeah.
Now, when you went to the bank, they mentioned something, could you tell us that from your own words, please? About what happened, about her saying that the daughter was deceased, and that's why how she got her name on the bank account.
Oh, I'm her only child. I was living on Clareston Avenue. I'm quite sure I lived there at least 8 or 9 years, but I can prove I'm not moving from place to place. But what I understand, my mother had nobody. She said she sent me the post office things for me to sign. I know what apartment I was in, and she sent them. She'd have got them back or something like that. She has no evidence or nothing like that.
Okay. Now, what happened when you went for that interview with Victoria Cruz in the Inspector General's office again, please?
Concerning in what way?
Concerning the check, the stolen money or the missing money.
Oh, they just told me they was going to take care of it and not talk to nobody and this and that and other.
How much money did she tell you that was that?
She told me it was $20,000. The only time she contacted me is she wanted to know what's going on.
Okay.
I have no help from them at all.
And you know Mitchell recently got fired.
No, I heard it was a rumor.
No, she's been terminated from housing, and she's still on tenant patrol downstairs. Now, why don't you tell us about that situation that you had mentioned before, in your own words, not what I thought I heard, about her hitting your niece that was coming in the building and stuff while she was on tenant patrol.
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter.
That's pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Was coming in the building.
Uh-huh.
And she had her. My son, if he want to come in the building, she won't even open the door for him or nothing like that. Claim she never know who he is. But he'll be around tomorrow.
Okay.
We always try to check on Mom.
Did she hit your daughter?
Yeah.
She was pregnant and Mitchell had physical contact with her that was inappropriate.
From what I understand, I'm not worrying about that. I'm worrying about my mother's money.
Yes,
because
and
right now, my mother has a light bill, which I got in touch with the welfare on Jamaica Avenue or something, which I guess is a reply. They're getting ready to cut her lights off. And also, the man was out here. She has no Medicaid. She has no home attendant.
Right, and that's
No
is that because
all this goes with the thing, but they put a freeze on everything on my mother's.
and that was done by the Inspector General's office?
I don't know what was done by, but it has something to do with this case with her money being missing.
Right, and it was Ozia Mitchell attempting to become a representative payee with Social Security and with the missing money. That's why her Medicare and Medicaid, all that is missing, and she can't get a home attendant.
I understand it has something to do with it. Well, listen to this. I walked in the bank one day because Ms. Mitchell put an insurance policy, accident insurance policy on my mother.
Mitchell put an insurance policy against your mother's death.
Accident, yeah. I walked in the bank and they asked me, I remember very clearly, had my mother had an accident because somebody else she had one on, but this is just hearsay, he had deceased.
That's the man that with the missing check, with the stolen check.
I don't know.
So,
but the bank asked me that. Had my mother deceased. She had an accident. I said, what do you mean an accident?
so Mitchell put a accidental life insurance policy on your mother, and the bank was told that your mother was deceased, and somebody trying to collect that money?
No, when I went in there, they asked me that. You see right here?
Okay.
This is where I had to go and try to get her utility bill paid.
Okay.
It's right there. $600. She'd have been able to keep up with her bills. She don't have change, the right change. Her clothes, no nothing right now.
And you and your family have been the only ones that have been charged with taking care of sole support of your mother.
$312 or $20-some. That's her husband's benefit. Now in the morning I'm gonna get up and try to go to Social Security Board and see what I can do there. It's hard trying to feed her and everything else. It's very hard. I wish somebody would help me.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I take this to the Supreme Court judge because I'm filing an Article 76 motion in Supreme Court. Hopefully, they can subpoena Chino Hernandez, Douglas Apple, Judith Abruzzo, the Inspector General, and Ricardo Antonio Morales, who's the head of legal. All of them know this because I bugged them. I call up their phone, leave messages. Nobody calls me back. I've been complaining for 2 years about your mother. We just met not too long ago.
Another thing, anything they can put against her now to put her out, they're doing it. I got receipts where her rent was paid.
Yes.
They pulled us in court last month.
Right, I remember. I saw you going to court.
And all like that. Anything they can get against her. I don't understand. What's the man's name? Mr. Perry or Clark or whatever?
Yeah, Clark. The tall, light-skinned guy.
The only way I got him off my back, I had to bring my husband in here. I had to go get papers and make copies of it. I had a place to stay because he said I was staying here with my mother.
Exactly what he... Okay. Clark has been... I don't want to get...
The other day on the elevator.
Yeah, remember when I saw you, remember what I said? Don't let him sucker you into signing a whole bunch of papers and getting you to do things in order to help evict your mother out of here.
I don't know.
See, there you go. You hear that, Judge?
I don't know.
Glenn Clark has been trying to scare other people here. That's been NYCHA's modus operandi of trying to scare black people out of this building in order, I don't know for what.
Listen, I had to get a paper for my 13-year-old son, my, believe it or not, grandbaby. He wasn't even a year old. Wait,
And
my
Clark
daughter was pregnant with one, and the other one wasn't even a year old, and myself, without an address where something had been mailed to us recently.